Hey guys, welcome back to Techogram. Today we're gonna learn what is hybrid inheritance. This is the last video of our series inheritance. So let's get started. So what is hybrid inheritance? As the name suggests, the hybrid means it's a combination of many inheritance. For example, in this, the base class A and derived class B, these are simple inheritance, but when you combine A, B and C, this will become multi-level inheritance. If you take only derived class B and base class G, this is the second base class. There are two base classes and we will derive a single class. This is multi-level base class and multiple base class. This type of inheritance is called hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is basically the combination of two or more inheritance. So we will take an example. First we will declare a base class A, and then we will derive a class from A, then derive a class from B. So this will become multi-level, and then derived class will be derived from both G and B class. So let's see. So first we'll include our basic header files. Now as I stated in the example, first we will declare two base classes, then we will derive two multi-level classes from the first base class, which was A. You can go in the timeline backwards and see the diagram if you have any confusion. So first we will declare a base class, we will name it A, and then in that we will declare a variable X. We will just save any number in that, and we have to, as I stated earlier, we have to write this in public. So public, and then we will close our first main class. This is just an example, so I will keep it as short as possible. The other videos are going long because there is no point in watching a video when you can't understand the concept. So this is our first base class. Then our second base class in the diagram was class G, and we will do the same thing. We will write the integer in public, we will write the variable in public, and in public we will write integer y. So now this is our second derived class. Now what we will do, we will derive two classes from our main class, which is class A. So the syntax is class, name of the derived class we will write B semicolon, and the name of the base class, which is public A, and in this we will write again in public, and we will declare again a variable. We will declare xy, we will declare z, and now we will write a simple function of getting input from the user and then displaying it to the user. So we will write two functions, void input and display. So this is input, this is input, and in the input we will write cout. Because we have declared a variable in main class, so we will take the input of this in our input function too. So we will just take the input of both this. So cout enter value in base class variable, so that we can understand which variables are this in base class variable. We'll write v, and we will save this in C in our base class variable, which is A. So we'll use the X here, sorry, not there, here. And now we will just take the input of the variable which we have declared in this derived class, which is this z we have declared, and now enter value of derived class variable, so v, and we will save this in derived class variable, which is z. And now we will close our input function. We will start our display function, void disp, and the same thing cout, we have to display our base class variable. So base class A variable equals to, it is saved in X, so X, and second is our derived class variable, so derived class variable, and this is saved in our Z. So here you can see we have declared a class from our base class A. This is the derived class, the derived class B. If you are watching this videos first time, I suggest you to go watch the previous video. You will understand this concept, because I already taught all this in our other videos, so I'm not going in deep. And now here we declared our class B, derived class B. Now what we will do, we will declare another class from this class B, so it will become a multi-level inheritance. So the same thing, class, we will write name C, and the name of the class will be public B. And we will do the same thing, we will write everything in public, declare a variable, so we will declare xyz, we will write za, and we will write the same void input and get function. So I cannot use input here, we have to use something, so we'll use input2, because the name of the function cannot be same. So input2, in input2 we will ask the same thing, cout, enter value of. So as you can see, we have already entered the base class variable in our second derived class, so we will not ask for this, we will directly ask for the variable which we have declared in our derived class, za. So enter value of za, enter value of dd class, so derived class, and now we will save this in za. And we will do same thing for display, we will write void disp2, we will write, so to the name of the function will not be same, so same thing, cout value of dd class is, and we will write za, because the value saved is za. Same thing, close the function, close the main class. And now as you see in the example, this third class should be derived from two base class. So I have written public B, and now I will write public G. You can go back and see in the diagram, we have derived this last derived class from public B. This is the derived class of A, and this is the base class. So now we will write the main function. As I have said earlier, you have to declare the object of the class which is derived last, and here the last level class is our C, so we will use C, and we will declare a object. We will write you can use whatever you want, so we will use the obj object. And now we will clear the screen if there is any mess of the previous program or previous function. So clear screen. Now you can see how many functions we have declared. First we have declared this public A, there is no function in this base class, there is no function in this second base class. There are two functions in the derived class, first is input and second is display. So what we will do, here I said that we will not get the value of the base class A, but there is a base class G, and we have declared the variable Y into the base class. So what we will do, we will take this, the variable, this input into our main class, which is second derived class. So I'll write the same thing, cout enter value of base class 2 variable. So we'll write this much only, and in the cin we'll save this in Y, and the same thing we will do in cout. We will write cout value of base G, so the base class G, and cout, not SOR, cout. We have to concat the Y here, so Y. And now as you can see, we have declared an object C, and now we'll call all the function. First we will call the input function, so we have to use the name of the object which is obj here, and the name of the function. So first was input. We will call all the input function first. So before calling this input function, this is the input function of our derived class B, which we have derived from A. And now we will just call the second input function, so use the same object dot input 2. This is the input function of our second derived class, which is derived class C. And now we will call the output, so we will write a simple cout, that output outputs are, so that we can, and now we will call the display function, which are obj.disp. This is the display function of our first derived class, and obj.disp2. This is the second display function. Now every time what we do, get ch to hold the screen for output, and we will close the function. So there is no error, there should be no error in the program, but if we found an error, then we will rectify it. I will show you how to rectify that error. So there is no error. Enter value in base class v. So we will write base class variable. So the base class was a, we will write first 100. Enter value of derived class variable. So the derived class was b, so in b we will save 110. Enter value of base class 2 variable. So this is the base class g, so in g we will write 200, and the base class of dd derived class, so this is the c, so in c we will write 210. And now you can see output are base class a variable base class d, so everything is printed in a quiet mesh. So as I explained earlier, we will use /n and /t. I'll fast forward this, \n \t. Everywhere you have to write everywhere wherever we have printed a message. So now after writing /n and /t everywhere, we will run the program once again, and we will change this message to remove some errors. So this is the base class a variable, so we will write enter the value base class a. This is the base class b variable, so we will write b, and this is the base class g. This is the base class same a variable, and this is the base class b variable, not the base class, this is the derived class b variable. And this is the value of base class 2, which was g, so we will write base class g variable. And this is the same derived class, which was c, so we will write c here, and we will do the same base class g, and the derived class d c we will write before is, so c is. And now we will run the program for the final time. You can see there is no error. Enter the value in base class a, we will write 100. Enter the value in the derived class b, we will write 200. Base class g, this is the second base class. You can see the first a is the base class, then we have derived class b, and this is the second base class, so we will write 300. And in the c, which is derived from derived class b and base class g, we will write 400. So this is how you can see you can use the concept of hybrid inheritance. This is used to mix and to use more than one type of inheritance. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, leave that in a comment box. Subscribe for more.